Hi, Wendy Arthur here. Today I want to tell some stories about God's provision because a lot of people are really needing provision and some encouragement in that area. They're not seeing what they need to see. They've been praying and praying and just haven't seen their breakthrough. So let me tell you a story that might encourage you because God provides in ways we do not expect. A lot of the times it is not going to come in the way that we expect. So I was pregnant with our third child, Abel, and I had no idea how we were going to fit another child in our little cracker box house. 600 square feet, had two bedrooms. The girls were sharing a room. We had another one. Did not know what we were going to do. So went through and asked God, we've got to get a house. We've got to buy our own house. Rent was just out of control. We have to buy our house because it's cheaper to have a mortgage payment. Well, he made the way for us to qualify for a house. But the problem was the closing costs was going to be $800. That's what they told us. And we were like, back then, in the 90s, it might as well have been a million for us. So we were a single income family. So I said, Lord, we have a week. What are we going to do? We have to come up with $800 in a week. That's the closing date. I don't know what to do. And I thought of what do we have that we could sell, all these kind of things that how am I going to fix it, right? How am I going to do it? So I just said, you're going to have to come up with it because we don't have anything that equals $800. So I prayed and I went to the ladies' meeting at church on Thursday, and I said, I need y'all to pray. And we all did. We prayed for the provision. Well, here it is. We're going to be closing on Monday, and still don't have the money. So I said, I'm just going to trust you because I have no way to physically do this. It is humanly impossible for me to do this. I need you to come through. And I did not know the Lord as much as I know him now. I would have just rested in it, had it happened today. But that wasn't the case back then. And I was like, oh, Lord, please, please, please come through. Please come through. I got a knock on my door Saturday morning. And it was a friend that I had not seen since she moved like 6 months before. They moved out of town. And she handed me a check for $600. And she said, I hope I'm not too late. When we sold the house, the Lord told us to give you this money and we forgot about it because we were busy moving. And he just reminded us. So she drove all the way back to hand me that check for $600. I was floored. Thanked her profusely, of course, cried actually, told her how we've been praying and how this was provision. And that encouraged her as well. But I said, okay, Lord, so you provided the $600. So I know I can trust you for the other 200. Rest of the day, nothing. Sunday, nothing. Sunday night, I was panicking. I said, Lord, we need $200. You provided the 6. Why aren't you providing the 2? Didn't come. So we said, well, we're just going to have to go to closing and tell them somehow we'll have to pay the $200 next week when we get paid. If we'll have to put the closing off if we have to. Get to the closing, y'all. I am not kidding you. They came in the room and said, we miscalculated the closing cost. You only going to need $600. He didn't provide the other $200, so we were going to need it. That's God. That is nothing but God. So don't get upset. God's going to provide exactly what you need. He just works it all out. So I hope this really encourages somebody today. Okay? Put your stories down in the comments. Tell me how God has provided for you, or tell me if you need something so I can be praying for that. I'll just take it right to God. Okay? So don't be discouraged. Be encouraged today. This is just one story. I've got lots of them. So just be encouraged. God is going to come through for you. All right? Be blessed and bow now, avoid the rush.